Da 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 da. Poppy. Up. That's it. Poppy. Poppy. Hiya. 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 Say, Dad, clever girl, you're waving. Did you see that? Poppy. Oh, you were so lovely. Poppy. Say. This is what you do. Hey, go have a cuddle. Say, ah. 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 Good girl. You having a cuddle? Dada. Where's Dada? Poppy, where's Dada? Say, Dada. Where's my Aya? You make me laugh when she sees the camera, she waves. Where's Dada? I won't. Poppy. No. Ah. Ah. Where's Dada? Where's Simba? Simba! Simba! Yeah, Simba, you a good boy. Poppy, where's Simba? Hiya. Hiya. Yeah, alright, I won't leave you out. Did you paw? Give us your paw. Do you want to have a bath? Or do you want to go for a walk? Oh, I'll take you later. Hiya, Simba. Where's Simba? Kisses for Simba. Kisses for Simba. Lee, kisses for Simba. Mwah. Mwah. Poppy, do it. Hiya. Have you seen this? Get him. Shut up. You're such an attention seeker. Get him, Poppy. Tickle his belly. Tickle his belly. Hi everyone. So I have literally been trying to find some time to come on and do an update on Poppy being 7 months old. Well, she's 8 months old now. She's eight months and a week tomorrow, I think. So it just goes to show how long I've been trying to do one of these vlogs for. I just wanted to update you all on what she was like during her 7th month. But obviously it's taken that long. She's now 8 months, but nothing much has changed in the last week. So I'm going to see if I can do it now. Yeah, basically, during Poppy's 7th month, it had its ups and downs, especially towards the end of the 7th month. Oh, say hello. Say hi. Say hi. Oh. Yeah, she was happy until like a week before she turned 8 months, and then she just started getting really, really grumpy. A lot of the things that she's doing you already know about because you've seen in my videos, but it's kind of different when I'm explaining to you, I suppose, than when you're just seeing clips here and there. So for one, I started to get a little bit concerned because of a lack of babbling, and probably the week before she turned 8 months, she started like babbling loads, like dada, or I think that she's kind of saying hiya as well, and she's saying rah rah and baba, but we've got no mama yet, so she's babbling. I was going to bring it up with a health visitor at her 8-month check, but she started to babble now. So I'm not concerned at all because this girl just doesn't, she's always chatting unless she's feeding. Oh dear. Even before she started like saying the baba, the dada and the rara, she was always kind of screeching and stuff anyway. I don't have a clue what she weighs. The last time I got her weighed, I can't remember even what she weighed. I think she's about £15. I'd hazard a guess and say she's about £16 now. She's in 6 to 9 months clothes now. What she's wearing today is 6 to 9 months and from next. Pardon me. So yeah, I do feel personally that she's growing. I feel that she's in proportion. She's got little rolls on her legs and her belly and her arms, so I'm not like overly concerned about her weight. At one point I was quite concerned because people are always like, oh, she's so tiny compared to like other people's babies, but now I kind of don't let it get to me because I know by looking at her that she's in proportion and that she's fine. Sorry, I'm like rocking while I'm feeding her. What else do I have to say? Let me swap sides. She is absolutely into everything. I was sat in bed this morning and I put her down so that because she wanted to go on the floor. So I stood her up at the side of the bed and I put her on the opposite side where Lee's wardrobe is. And within about 10 seconds, she had walked around the bed, like obviously cruising, holding onto the bed. And before I knew it, she's like getting all the cloth nappies out of the travel cot that I've got next to my bed. And I swear, she was so fast. How she got around there, it was just so quick. I was just like, Poppy, you're so fast. And also now, she's starting to get a balance a lot more with standing up. But if I like put her, say, 2 feet away from the sofa, she'll kind of stand there on her own and then kind of move her feet to get towards the sofa. Or she'll balance for about 4 seconds and then she'll dive on the sofa. She is so active. She follows everybody around all over. She follows the boys, she follows the girls. She can get up the stairs. She absolutely loves her daddy. I think I'm just the food. She just likes me for food and comfort, but she is so in love with Lee. She just like doesn't leave him alone. I think she's going to really miss him when he goes back to work on Sunday from his 11 days off. She'll be like, where's my daddy gone? But Bobby and Georgie get a little bit frustrated with her because she like follows them all over and tries to join in with the playing. It's difficult because obviously they're playing with different sort of toys than what Poppy should be playing with. But even when she's got toys in front of her to play with, she's not interested in them. She just wants to be like climbing under the table, and she stands under the table against the chair because she's not that tall that she bangs her head on the underneath of the table, but she's just like all over the place. She, for some reason, loves Simba's food bowl and his water bowl and my dirty washing basket. She loves to just like chuck all the clothes out of that. Oh, and she loves the door stops. You know, the ones that ping, I think they're like springs, and she sits and like pings it and it makes a noise and she thinks that's so amusing. Food-wise, feeding-wise should I say, she's feeding now because we're just waiting for tea to finish cooking and I think she's a little bit hungry. She eats 3 meals a day now, puddings included most of the time. She just eats what we eat really, to be fair, apart from tonight we're having pork kebabs and obviously she's not going to have a pork kebab. I might chop her some pork up and some peppers, but pork's quite chewy, so I'm kind of... My granddad always said be careful giving babies pork, so I'll probably be a little bit careful giving her that. But, sorry about the beeping horns outside, but I might let her taste a little bit. The peppers she'll be fine with if I chop them up a little bit, or she'll just shove it in her mouth and eat it. But generally she eats everything. She's just started having Cheerios for breakfast and she likes Weetabix and she's kind of gone off toast a little bit. I think she's a bit sick of it, to be fair. But I did make her a ham and cheese sandwich today and she loved it. Are you talking? She has, in the last week, about 5 days ago, she's cut a second tooth, so she's got one that's like fully through at the bottom and then she just cut the one next to it. You know, the fact that she's only just got a second tooth has not stopped her in any way, like with her eating or anything. So she just gets stuck straight in. She loves a grub and I think it's starting to show on her. She like kind of, to me, she's filled out a little bit. Feeding wise, she still loves to feed whenever it suits her. I would say that she feeds when she gets up and then again at about 10:30, then again just before dinner. Yeah, she feeds about 5 times a day, but her poos aren't really like breastfed baby poos anymore. It's more like proper poo, she's just eating. It's just food from everything that she's eaten. So yeah, I'm kind of sad that she doesn't have that breastfed baby poo anymore, because I know you probably think I'm a weirdo, but I used to love the smell of it, and I loved it when she just smelled milky. She still does when we get up in the morning, but it's kind of gradually going. She's getting a big girl. Her routine, she goes to bed, usually I feed her in bed and she's off to sleep, and I put her in a cot until I go to bed, and then if she wakes up to be fed in the night, which is a bit hit and miss, sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't, she usually ends up staying in bed with Lee and I. What else is there that I can tell you about? Her hair is kind of getting out of control a little bit. I've been like putting it back into a little piggy tails, as you've seen, and hair grips. It does scare me a little bit though, putting hair slides in and bobbles in case she pulls them out and like eats them and chokes. That scares me. So if I'm like laying her down for a sleep, or if she's on her own, like in a car seat, I kind of tend to take them out first, because I just don't want to risk her trying to eat them while I'm not near her, and you know, that could be pretty scary if that happens. So I am really careful with when I put bobbles and stuff in her hair. What are you saying? So yeah, I wanted to pop on and do Poppy's 7-month update. I've actually managed to do it. Way! And yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you all soon. Bye!